And we are back on the Engine Builder Show. Good morning, everybody. For today's episode, Gabe will be sharing with us the 5 signs that you're choking your business to death. Yikes. If you like the sound of that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody.
There was always a ton to learn. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well and that your week is going well and that June is treating you well as well. Maybe I could say well one more time. But seriously, I appreciate you taking time to tune in here. And I want to share with you some patterns that I've observed over the years because having worked with over 1,000 startups, having worked with hundreds and hundreds of really well-established businesses as well, I end up getting to work with a lot of managers, a lot of leaders, CEOs, the entrepreneurs, the owners, and I've seen a pattern of things that happens that, I sometimes in the past I would think, oh, well, that's just this person. But after I would see that same behavior in another entrepreneur, then I started to notice, oh, these are the things that they're doing, and these are the results that they're getting. And these are things to watch out for, because if you do these individually, you'll cause problems. If you do 2 or 3 of these things, you will absolutely choke your business to death. And so it's good to have self-awareness around these things, because once we have self-awareness, then we can change. We can get coaching, we can read books, we can document our behavior, we can get accountability from our team. There's so many ways that we can change behavior, but first we have to have awareness. And so self-awareness is a superpower that entrepreneurs need in order to grow and succeed. And so these are the things to keep your eye out for, because like I said, even if you have one of these, you're going to really stall growth. But if you have multiple of these, you're actually going to choke your business to death slowly, which is not what any of us got into business for. So the first sign that you may be choking your business to death is you don't delegate well. So that means you're continuing to pile things up on your own plate as far as what you need to do, and you don't have a habit of delegation. Every morning I have a meeting with my executive assistant, Amir, who's outstanding, does a great job for me and for the team. And the first thing that I think about when I get ready to plan my day is, what am I going to delegate to Amir? Or what am I going to delegate to somebody on the team? He's often the avenue that I go through to do that. So if you're not delegating well, it means you are saying, I need to have the final sign off on this, and I have to input here. And there are some critical things that as the entrepreneur, it's absolutely wise for you to have input on. But if it starts to be everything, and if you start to be a bottleneck, you're not delegating well. The second sign that you could be choking your business is you choose to control everything. And that means, you're involved in the hiring. This is just kind of the other side of not delegating. You're involved in hiring everybody. You have to have the final say on a campaign. You have to check everything with products. You don't give over critical work because nobody else could do it as well as me, which is a total lie. I've yet to meet an entrepreneur who actually does things better than the team they hire. And the reason for that is, as an entrepreneur, you have so many hats, you have so many responsibilities. There's so many things that you are good at and you were good at to start the business up. But if you choose to hang on to those, you choke your business. So don't control everything, because you can't, one, and you're creating a culture where everybody else is standing around waiting for you to take action and then they can react. That's not the kind of thing you want. You want proactivity. You want people to take ownership on your team, and you cannot create that culture when you have a culture of control and micromanagement. The third sign that you could be choking your business to death is you are paranoid about all your relationships. And one of the things that, I've seen, and it manifests in different ways, but I see people just never trusting the employees that they hired, or never fully trusting the vendor that they brought in. And there's a difference between blindly trusting people and just assuming they're going to do everything and you pay no attention, to trusting and then verifying and holding them accountable. But if you continue to have this mindset and belief that everybody's going to screw me, or I'm not getting a good deal, or these results aren't quite right. If you have just that general mindset that you're paranoid, then you will drive away the people that can actually help you grow and succeed. And you need other people around you as an entrepreneur to grow and be successful. You need other people around you to have effective marketing campaigns. You need other people around you to help you grow sales and to increase your ability to execute and deliver, the products and services to your clients. And so if you come from a state of paranoia and you're not aware of that, everybody else will feel that, and they will feel that you don't trust them. And then in turn, they won't trust you, and it will become an adversarial relationship instead of a proactive, collaborative one. So just be aware and ask yourself, am I operating from a place of trust where I do verify things and I'm responsible with that trust? Or am I operating from a place of paranoia and just assuming people are trying to screw me, or assuming something bad's going to happen? Or like, if you can have an unhealthy paranoia. The fourth thing is that a sign that you could be choking your business to death is you're too busy in the business. And it means like you're involved in projects, you're involved in delivery, you're working, more than 40 hours a week consistently is always a good sign that you're too in the business. That can happen for a short season. I always say 90 days is the longest that I like to see that happen, especially once you're out of your 6 months or year of the startup phase. Year 2 forward, you've got to get some balance in place if you really want to grow the business. And so if you're too busy in the business, that's a sign that you're actually choking the business because you're not delegating. I can guarantee you if you're too busy, you're not delegating well. And you're also not doing the fifth thing, which is the fifth sign that you could be choking your business death, is that you don't have a routine of strategic planning. I remember about 2.5 years ago talking to a longtime business mentor and coach of mine who's been coaching me for well over a decade now. And we were talking through planning, and he's like, well, what I've seen to be effective is just plan out your next 90 days. And so I started doing quarterly planning, and I started with him, got the system down at some level. And then I ended up actually enrolling in a good friend of mine's program, Alex Charfin, in his simple operations program. And they went even deeper in how to plan your year, break it down into quarters, into the month, into the week, and what you're accomplishing on a weekly basis. And if you don't have a routine of strategic planning that you engage in as the entrepreneur, as a leader, that you bring your team through, then you're going to end up struggling because you're going to constantly be chasing the next shiny object. You're not going to be able to track the targets you had. You will wear your team out because you're constantly focused somewhere else, and there's nothing documented of here's where we're going. And so that's another way to unintentionally kill your business. So if you are willing to be self-aware and say, there's some areas in my life personally, just who I am, that if I change and grow, my business can benefit, then you will have a lot of opportunity for success. And so self-awareness is the key. These are the 5 things. You're not delegating well. You're choosing to control everything. You're paranoid about all your relationships, and probably more than relationships. You're too busy in the business, so you're constantly overworking, but you feel like you're stuck. And then you don't have a routine of strategic planning. So those are the 5 things that if any of those pop up for you, I would encourage you to take a minute and really reflect, journal about those things. Reach out to me, share with me what you're seeing and learning. I'd love to hear about it and support you as I can. But if you see those things, I would encourage you to be aware, be very honest with yourself, and get the support and help you need to make those changes, because then you'll be able to start growing again and you can leave the stuck state that you're in now. So I hope that's helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show.